Everything you just watched, every single scene was animated on my phone. In this video, I'm going to break down exactly how I created all 6 scenes of this FIFA World Cup intro, scene by scene, technique by technique. Whether you're a complete beginner or an intermediate animator, by the end of this video, you'll understand how cinematic animations like this are built from scratch. Let's get into it. First thing first, 2 apps are used in bringing this creativity to life: FlipaClip and Capcut. You can easily get this app on your phone through your Play Store or your App Store. Once you have these 2 apps, you are good to go. Right now, let's get down to scene 1. So once you open your FlipaClip, you get down to this interface. You click on the plus sign to create a project. So here you name your animation. For this project, we are naming it World Cup, Moon and Star. Thereafter, for your canvas size, select YouTube 1080p to get the landscape aspect ratio. Thereafter, you consider your frame per second, leave it at 12 fps, then click on create project. Real quick, the first thing to do in this scene is to set up your background. And as for this night scene, we're going to set up our background to be in black. So we're going to do this on the first layer. Now you click on your fill bucket tool, then you click on the color icon, then we change our color to black. And next up, we click on our interface, which is on layer 1. Then we have our background set up at black. So the next thing to do right now is to create a new layer for our star. So what you do right now is to click on the brush icon, then you look for the brush which is named sparkles. So once you see sparkles, select it. So after, you come on your interface, then increase the density of the brush, increase it to 70 pixels. Now drag your finger on the interface to confirm the density, and if you are okay with that, clear it, then start tapping on your interface until you have your star filled up your interface. So once you're done with that frame, the next thing is to add flashes, to add flicker to the stars. So what you do is to create a new frame. So once you create a new frame, ensure you are on the background layer, in which we are going to select our fill bucket and fill the frame black the same way we did to frame 1. And thereafter, you select your sparkle brush again, then start tapping on the frame until you have the stars filled up your frame, filled up your interface. So once you're done, play your 2 frames to check if you get the flashes you really want for this. And once you okay, then we go back to the next step. So the next step is that looking at our flashes, we can see the flashes are too fast. So what we do is that we're going to make each frame in 2s. That is, duplicate frame 1 and duplicate frame 2. That will give us 4 frames. So now click on your frame viewers. Now hold on to the first frame. Click on your copy icon and paste. Now you have the frame 2 shifted to frame 3. Click on it, click on copy icon, then paste. Now we go back, then we play it. Now we can see we have a smoother animation than that of 2 frames. Now we're done with the star. Now let's create our moon. So what we do is that we create a new layer for our moon. And now before we start drawing, let's unview the star so that we can see our drawing properly. Right now we draw out our moon, select our brush and change it to pen. And thereafter, select this icon and select circle shape. Ensure that you have your brush color in white. Select white, then draw out a proper circle. And after we've done that, we're going to fill in this circle with white. Select your fill bucket, change your color to white. Select white, then tap on the circle. So we have our white moon. The next thing is to shade it up to have a proper moon. Now we create a new layer, and thereafter we select a new brush, which is hair brush. And once we get that, we select a black color Then we reduce the opacity so that we won't have a thick dark shade. And next up, you increase your density to the highest, to the last full pixel. And once you have it, you start shading the edges of the circle, start shading it properly, and ensure you are on your layer. Shade it properly until you have a proper moon that we all know. So once you finish shading, you can now merge both the shading layer and the white moon together, so you can have one moon as we resize and move our moon. So we have resized our moon and position it at the top corner. Now is to duplicate it to all the frames that we have, the 4 frames. And we can now unview our star and see how our animation is like and play it. It's cool, right? Alright, as we have it, we have the star shining same way like the moon. So what we do now is to go to the layer of the star and reduce the opacity a little bit. So after we've done that, it's for us to save our project. And don't forget, we are animating our 12 frames per second, meaning with 12 frames we have 1 second animation, and right now we have 4 frames. So what we do is that we go on our frame viewers. So for this animation we should have at least 10 seconds animation, so that when we want to do our finishing touching on CapCut, then we have enough lengthy video to deal with. So what you do right now is to copy all the frames. I'll click on this icon, all your frames will be clicked, then you click on copy icon, then click on paste until you get to 120 frames, which gives us 10 seconds. 12 frames multiplied by 10 gives us what? 120 frames, and there we have it. So now we can save our project. So once you click on make movie, you can see we have 10 seconds of our project that we can now save. So let's save our project and head on to CapCut. Now open your CapCut, click on new video icon, then import the project. So once you have your project imported, if you are not okay with the speed of the star flashes, you can actually reduce the speed to the level you are okay and pleased with. And once you've done that, we move on to the next thing, which is adding keyframe to the project. So basically we are going to be zooming in this our project. So we're going to add the first keyframe where we zoom out the project closer to the moon, and we go to the end of the project, then we zoom it in to give us that cinematic camera movement on this project. And after this we move on to the next thing, which is adding sound effect to our project. So once you click on the sound effects, there you have tons of them. So I'm going to be searching for distant crowd sharing, so that we're going to be adding that distant crowd sharing in the stadium to our scene. So once I get the one suitable for the project, then we add it up. So after, I'm going to be adding effect to the audio. So I go to audio effect, I'm going to add either echo or you will see live stage. So I'm going to be adding that. So once done, we reduce the volume of the audio so that it will sound like a distance voice and very subtle in the background. So the last but not the least is adding video effect to our project. So I'm gonna search for a night effect for our project and see what I can use for this project. Let me check chromatic. I know. Let me check other effect to see the one that is gonna really catchy and cinematic enough for our project. I think I'm gonna go with this. We are going to apply this effect called horizon bouquet. So I think I love this. So we are going to apply this, then stretch it all through our scene. I think we are done here. So our next step is to save our project, and once we save our project, let's see how our final project is, and let's listen to the voice effect that we've added. Great and fascinating. Right now, let's move on to the second scene.